last week I got my tent. I just recently ordered it, and it came in late last week. I bought a one-person bivy tent by Winterial. It's real lightweight. Of course, it's big and bright and orange. But I got that, and since we have a nice day out, I figured, okay, let's set the tent up, set it up with the other gear, just to kind of see how it is, show you guys what I've got, what the plan is as far as what I'm going to take up there. So, with this Winterial tent, it just wraps up with the rain flap, real nice and tight. So we got that. We also have the tent poles. There's two of them for it, and we'll see that when we actually hook it up. And then I've got some aluminum stakes here. I might swap out for titanium, just so they're a little more rugged. Maybe not necessarily as lightweight, but there's a bunch of those in here. So let's get started. So first thing we gotta do is just unwrap this here. And we'll just put this off to the side so it doesn't blow away. And we're going to take the rain flap off, get the tent part out. And as you can see, it's very narrow. It's pretty much just wide enough for a person, you know, kind of with real broad shoulders. So we'll go and get this set up here. Put it up this way here. Turn it around. So it's real easy to set up. I've already set it up last week, but figured I'd do it here on video. So we get our stakes next, just to kind of get it somewhat secured down. So we'll just get a couple of those in. So we've got those secured down. Next thing we need to do is we need to get the tent poles out. So one of the things that I thought was kind of creative about this is typically your tent poles are straight poles and they just have some flex to them. Well, these are different in that, as you can see, they have a curved profile. So I mean, you could make S shapes and stuff like that all day long, I guess, but we've got these actual curved tent poles, which I think is kind of cool. So we'll put these all together, like so. And let's see. This is the head end. So snap these on. So. Of course, we'll have to go back and readjust our stakes and everything, but that at least gets it kind of in a somewhat stable place for us. So now we put the foot end, secure that down. We got that kind of secured down, and we can kind of tighten things up now on the corners. So, as you can see already, it's nice and screened in. It's got a little zipper flap here, opens up. Allows you to open it up and just kind of slide in. Kind of nice. Plenty of room to actually lay in there and also have a little bit of storage room. So, of course, if it's a rainy day, we don't want to have to deal with the rain. We got a rain flap that we can put on. So let's put that on now. So, one of the first things to do is secure the top to it. So now our top is secured, mostly secured. Right. And then for this side here, there are, that's on the other side actually. This side we have to stake down. But on this side here, the side opposite the door, there's little clips, so we can actually clip it in, like so. Get some of our stakes here. And there's a clip on this side as well. And I believe there's a clip here too. And then we tighten our straps down a little bit. Snug those down. So. Then we got one last place here where we can kind of secure this down. And of course we could secure that down if we want. Then you've got a fully kind of enclosed rain flap around your tent, and you can kind of undo the Velcro here, zip that up, and then you can flap this over. Actually, I think you can just run this through here, kind of have that stay secured up. So that's kind of the tent. Like I said, easy access. You can take your shoes off, get right in, and it works really well. So next thing is we're going to take this Static V Recon pad. This is something that my girlfriend Chrissy got me for this. We would actually lay this out after blowing it up. So we would take this, kind of put that up, so get it in there. We'd unroll it. So, as you can see, it's about my width, so, and taller than me, so it'll work. So, as you can see here, we've got our pad in. Of course, we got our two flaps, which I probably get a little clamp or something to bring with me just to kind of keep that up when I needed to. Then the last thing that we have here is the, I did bring the pillow to do this, but I have this Tough Outdoors sleeping bag that Chrissy also got me. So I undo those. I uncinch these so they're looser. And everything should loosen up. And I can pull this out, like so. Of course, that's the head end. So I would roll it out like so. And so then, when ready for like bedtime or whatever, I'd hop the shoes off, like so. I'd get down in it. Yeah, maybe put the shoes under there, or even in here, but then you've got a nice space. You got a little bit of room above. Like I said, you've got some room around, and you could just kind of cozy in for the night. You can zip it up, and then get it from the opposite side. Of course, you would want to get the outside rain flap first. You'd want to zip that down, and then zip everything else back up. But as you can see, it's small, it's lightweight, it's kind of compact, and I think it'll work. It goes together really quickly, nice and easy. Probably take it out a few times before the actual trip and use it, and yeah, we'll see how that goes. If you got any questions, any comments, feel free to post. One thing I noticed with this, it looks like the tub of this, which is, the tub is the bottom of it, it looks like they did not use any kind of seam sealer on here. So I'll probably go and get a good thorough seal on this with some seam sealer. The rain flap, might pull this out and you can actually see, probably. If you look along here, you can see this glossiness. That tells me, as an indicator, that they did seam seal that. So the worst thing to have happen is to get up there and be in a deluge of rain and have to deal with water in your tent. So I want to be sure that I've got a good seal on this. One additional thing that I'm going to do, and I didn't do that because I don't have the material yet, is I'm going to get some ripstop fabric that is a little bit longer than this and a little wider than this. And basically, I'm going to cut a piece that I can bring with me that can go as kind of a floor under this tub of the tent. So that way there's always a little bit of a barrier between the tent and the ground. That way to keep any kind of moisture from wanting to come up. Just kind of an additional added barrier. So, like I said, if you got any questions, any comments, feel free to post them, and I'll make sure to respond at the quickest convenience I can. And got my through axle yesterday. I didn't show that here in this video, but probably here in the next week I should have a bike that's fully rolling and maybe ready to start tackling some trails and do a little bit of experimental bike packing to see what works and what doesn't. So I'll post some updates on that, and really excited to get out on the trail and start showing off the bike. So we will see you guys next time.